Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Throwback Thursday. Today I was looking around and I grabbed a box of the old 1997 Pinnacle Express. I picked this box up, I want to say it was maybe like 2021. If I had to absolutely guess, I would think that maybe I picked this up at a card shop out in South Dakota when we went out there to see the Badlands for $30. I think it may have been called Rainbow Cards. I can't remember exactly, but I remember picking this up at a card shop. These boxes now go for more than double that. I think they're $65 on eBay, but a nice cheap box here. 1997 Pinnacle Express. Looking for melting pot inserts and metal works. It was a 150 card set back in 1997. And looking for all the stars. See what we can find out of this. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys are having a very pleasant Thursday night. A little bit of a late upload today. Just a really busy day. Once again, just got back from playing pickleball and hanging out with the family and going out for ice cream and all that good stuff. Now they're all finally in bed and I can film this video. So let's see, we got Mark McGuire on the front. Traded to St. Louis in 1997. Interactive swing for the fences. All right, so let's see what we can find in here. Thank you once again for joining us. I hope that this day has treated you fine. I'm looking forward to this weekend. Last home stand at PNC Park. Last home series at PNC Park. There's Big Mac on the front. Also, big news today. Clayton Kershaw is retiring at the end of the season. So we're only going to have a few more starts to enjoy him. Don't know how much he'll pitch in the postseason. He doesn't have a great track record in the postseason compared to his regular season success. But man, what an absolute first ballot Hall of Famer. He should be unanimous when he gets on the ballot, which is going to be at 5 years after he retires. But these are hobby packs. Let's see what we can do. 1997 Pinnacle, please don't stick together. Some of these cards, like this Frank Thomas, I'm going to be taking some of these cards out and putting them aside, sleeving them up, and top-loading them, and you can buy them if you'd like to on Tuesday. That's a really nice Frank Thomas. I think this is the first time I've seen these cards. 97, I was nearing the end of my collecting days, and I like these cards. These are pretty nice. Frank Thomas starts us off. And I think then I was just basically getting Topps cards. Lance Johnson right there. Matt Williams. Peak Performers. A-Rod right there. We got a swing for the fences. I don't even know what this is. 5 booster points. I guess it's some sort of game you can play. Who's that? Shannon Stewart. And then Mike Piazza is the last one. A lot of landscape cards in here. Backs breaking it down by the stats by the month. Kind of interesting. On to the next pack. See what we can do. There's Ivan Rodriguez. He's a Hall of Famer. Tony Gwynn right there, another good one. Good old Jim Edmonds. Probably not a lot of great rookies. We got a Jim Thome swing for the fences game card right there. So those inserts that we're after, there's Michael Tucker, are called melting pot, which are relatively rare. They're one in like 200 some packs, I believe. And then the metal cards, silver metal and the gold metal, are much tougher to find. We'll see if we can find any of those. Another rookie. Hey, it's Vladimir Guerrero Sr. That's a nice little one right there, going on to be a Hall of Famer. His true rookie card, though, is 1995 Bowman. Good old Rusty Greer. 2 bonus points, and former rookie there, Todd Helmsworth. These cards aren't stuck together at all. There's Eddie Murray, although they do have that kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. You can't really shuffle through the cards because they're stuck together, but they're not stuck together, if that makes any sense. It's like there's too much gloss that they don't want to kind of separate. There's Cal Ripken Jr. doing that weird thing with his bat. He had so many different batting stances. He would always tinker. There's John Jaha right there. John Wetland. Brooks Kieschnick, another rookie right there. He tried to come back as a pitcher. I don't think it ever really worked out for him. I remember he was a big-time name back in the day. And good old Ron Gant, who was your 1995 comeback player of the year after just crashing his motorcycle, missing the entire season before. Another rookie card here, Wendell McGee. There's a name from the past. These are nice cards. I'm not a huge fan of the landscape design on every single card. There's Larry Walker. He's a Hall of Famer, obviously. Far and away, we've got our first insert card, Juan Gonzalez from Pinnacle Express. I'm thinking that -1. Why would you even play that? Like, that's like a Panini points card right there. Like, what's that even do? Here, load this card in and lose points. I don't understand the game at all, what those are even for. Let's see what we've got with this next one. We're going to have Bernie Williams on the top. There's Hideo Nomo. I used to like his cards around this time. I think the last set that I went really hard after as a kid was 95 Bowman. I did do a good bit with 96 Topps as well. But I was so into 95 Bowman, and certain cards just trigger memories of that, like Hideo Nomo. Man, I love that Hideo Nomo 95 Bowman foil card. On to the next one. We should probably rip a box of those again. It's been a while. We've got a Mike Piazza on the back. Mark Grace starts off this next one with Conan the Barbarian, literally holding a sledgehammer there. No wonder they call him the Barbarian. Commons checklist with Roger Clemens on the card. Got the David Cohn. Looks like it's some sort of gold foil right there. It is not numbered. Interesting. I can't really make out what that says right there. There's some word right there, but I can't read it. Let's see what else we've got. Mark McGuire, insert peak performers card. We'll get that one top loaded up. And then there's the peak performers, Mike Piazza. On to the next one. Not bad for a $30 box. Again, I bought this a few years ago, probably like 4 years ago. It's just been sitting on my shelf all this time. Eventually, I figured I would open it up. Another Nomo card. That's a checklist right there. There's Derek Jeter. I've never seen this Derek Jeter before. Let's take a look. Number 2, Derek Jeter. Kenny Lofton, who should be in the Hall of Fame. I just don't understand this game at all. There's a swing for the fences. Greg Maddux. Where was that picture taken at? Maybe Candlestick Park. Bobby Bowe gets a card. Kind of near the end of his career. I guess Bobby Bowe would go on and play until, what, like 90? I think he played to the early 2000s, maybe like 03 or so. But his heyday was well beyond him at this time. Ken Griffey Jr., that's a great looking card right there. I feel like I have to I should shuffle through these sideways, just since they're all landscape. Got a +4 points card right there, whatever the heck that means, booster points. And see, these cards are stuck together without being stuck together. There's no paper loss at all. They just it's like they're magnets. Chipper Jones. Put that over there into the potential dollar sale bin. And Tom Glavine. So our dollar sales we did it's going to be every Tuesday. So if you want to check it out, every Tuesday, last Tuesday this past week, we did 565 sales over 3 hours, just one after the next, 5 seconds per. Sudden death, there's Frank Thomas. Sometimes you will see some cards you probably never saw before. Got a gold rookie of Damon Mashore. I don't even ever remember hearing this guy's name. Damon Mashore. There's Barry Bonds, another nice looking card right there, along with A-Rod. A lot of big name veterans in this. A lot of guys that would be Hall of Famers too. Like A-Rod and Bonds and McGuire, guys that hit that 500 plus home run plateau. Hideki Irabu right there. Rest in peace. Wade Boggs. Saw the Jim Tomei earlier. -2. And there's Kevin Brown, the first $100 million pitcher. Wonder what Kevin Brown's doing these days. Probably coaching Little League Baseball or something like that. I feel like if I was a former Major League pitcher, that's probably what I would do. Set for life. Let's go and help out the kids and teach them the game you love. Ryan Sandberg, not a bad one. Cecil Fielder snarling at the camera and then, I don't know, doing jumping jacks there in the inset photo. Tony Clark, who is a big name right now, he's going to really kind of shape the future of baseball. Tony Clark, very relevant, president of the Players Association, facing a potential cancellation of the 2027 season, I guess. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, two sides can reach an agreement. Every 5 or 6 years or so, the players and the owners have to renegotiate a contract. Owners really, really want a salary cap. Players will never agree to that. I really hope that doesn't come to pass. -9. Man, I don't understand that game, but that seems like a terrible card. Ken Caminetti, the guy that's unfortunately no longer with us, and Joe Carter in there as well. We got like our third or fourth Mike Piazza. There's Mariano Rivera. That's a good-looking card right there. A young Mariano Rivera near the beginning of his career. Of course, his rookie was 92. 92 Bowman. He would get really started in 95 as a setup man. And then I guess he was a setup man, long reliever in 95, setup man in 96. Then 97 he would take over full-time as the closer. Randy Johnson, the big unit right there. And then there's Mike Piazza. Pinnacle Express. Definitely seems to me like this is probably like an opening day or a collector's choice. You know, a product that is a little more cost conscientious. Collector's choice. I always used to like that as a kid because they were, 99 cents? Just a good bit less than like a regular upper deck pack. So a Big Mac, Mark McGuire in there, Todd Hundley, and Raul Mondesi. On to our next one in this old 97 Express box. It's called a hobby box, but I don't even think there's autos in the checklist. We got Mark Gressalonic starting this next one off. One of the most butchered names out there, especially if someone's opening cards that never followed baseball in the 90s. They'll never pronounce that one right. Another gold. It's going to be the Roger Clemens. Move on. We're in the number 42 jersey right there for Jackie Robinson and Jose Cruz Jr., a big failed prospect. Remember being hyped about Jose Cruz Jr. back in the day. We'll do a few of these packs now as we're winding this one down. Probably get this video uploaded at like 11 p.m. tonight, so sorry about that. Just the way the schedule goes sometimes. It's tougher in the on season for me when back at work and everything. There's John Smoltz, Andy Pettit right there, who goes year to year on the Hall of Fame ballot. Jose Guillen, he used to be really nice, 1997 rookie. I had high hopes for him as a Pirates fan. Ken Griffey Jr. Peak Performers. That's a nice card right there. We'll go ahead and get that one top loaded up. Got the Andrew Jones. He'll probably be getting into the Hall of Fame. They call it a 95 or 97 rookie. His real rookie is 95 Bowman. So confusing to everybody. If you're just getting the cards, you probably have been faked out a couple times. They're slamming Sammy Sosa. Not a Hall of Famer, but a good one. We've got Barry Larkin right there. He's in the Hall. Got an insert of Larry Walker. Man, so many Hall of Famers in this. It's like half the cards are headed to the stack to be sleeved up. Another Mariano Rivera right there. There's that Cecil Fielder snarl card once again. Tony Clark once again. Plus 8 card. And on to the last stack right here. 4 more packs left to go, and then we'll wrap this one up. I'm still undecided on if we're going to go live on Whatnot tomorrow. No, I don't know yet. I got to ask my wife. We were live last night for about 5 hours. We had 400 sales in our breaks. A lot of pick your team breaks. We're breaking Bob Ross boxes, tribute boxes, tier 1 boxes. A lot of nice higher end stuff. Make a lot of those into shorts if you missed some of the big hits. The pick your team breaks are where you can literally go and choose which team you want ahead of time. If you like, say, for example, the Astros, you can go pick them up in a round. We actually had a pack of tribute yesterday that had 4 cards instead of 3, and they were all Astros. And every single one was a really good hit, including a Craig Biggio autograph. There's a base card, a numbered card, a relic, and an auto, all Astros. It was like the best pack ever for the Astros of all time. We'll have to make that into short. There's a Scott Rowland rookie. Again, he's another 95 Bowman guy. Jeff Bagwell, Hall of Famer with somebody sticking to him. It's another Hall of Famer, Fred McGriff, sticking right to him. Ken Griffey Jr. swing for the fences with the game rules on the back. I should probably read how to play. Match either the 97 American League home run champion or the 97 home run champion with the final number of home runs that player hit, and you are eligible to win. What? I still don't understand. Then you just collect those points and make them equal the amount of home runs that the player hit? What the heck do you need the minus for? I have no idea. Another rookie, Damon Mayshore, for like the freaking third time. There's Billy Wagner, Hall of Famer right there. Mike Piazza, insert card. I'm just hoping we can find one of these melting pot rare inserts. Tino Martinez, we got the big unit for the second time. Dimitri Young, who would be just absolutely filthy rich right now if he would have just held on to his card collection. He had an amazing card collection probably like 20 years ago or so, and he ended up selling all of it. He probably sold a lot of it for a loss just to make the money back. There's Manny Ramirez. Frank Thomas. It is Peak Performer once again. A lot of Peak Performer inserts in this. Good old Bobby Abreu. He's a guy that goes year to year on the Hall of Fame ballot. Kind of stuck down there around the 30% threshold. He's got good numbers. If he got into the Hall of Fame someday, I would not be surprised based off his WAR and everything. There's probably less deserving players in the Hall of Fame than Bobby Abreu. Personally, I wouldn't vote for him. Edgar Martinez pulled his autograph last night from Tribute. Will the Throw Clark and Craig Biggio pulled his autograph from Tribute. So there you have it. A bunch of Hall of Famers in there. 1997 Pinnacle Express, which is kind of like an opening day or a collector's choice, something like that. A cheaper product, $2 a pack for Pinnacle instead of paying $5, $6, whatever Pinnacle was back in '97, because it was a little more expensive back then for Pinnacle, as I recall. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this little trip down 1997 memory lane and checking out those Hall of Famers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday night, and I'll see you all tomorrow for a Face Off Friday video, and maybe I'll put a link in the description for our Whatnot show. Maybe we'll go live. Go ahead and bookmark it so that if we do go live, you get notified. If we don't go live, well, I'll just push the show back to next Friday. Thanks for watching. Definitely we'll see you on Sunday night in our breaks on Whatnot and here on YouTube, and I'll see you all then. Good night, everybody.